Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And I think it's fair to say, toxic fandom is not happy, right? Toxic fandom are like those fans that live on Twitter and say anybody who doesn't think the exact same thing on any given subject as them is just evil. Calls everybody a fascist, right? That toxic fandom, boy, are they everywhere, right? They are not happy. Well, never happy. They're always deeply miserable. So what are they not happy about today? So this is a strange one, right? And I wouldn't really go over this, but it's just so weird. And it's worth a bit of a giggle. And I do like a bit of a giggle, right? I'm a bit of a fan of a bit of a giggle. They're very upset that the Conservative, that's the right-leaning party that ruling in England right now, the Conservative Party, the Tory Party, has chosen a new leader, and the leader they chose was somebody of their party. They didn't choose Jeremy Corbyn, the former leader of the left-wing party, Labour, or they didn't choose any Labour candidate. But they never were. But they're so mad about it, right? They're so freaking mad. Like, what did they think was going to happen? And really, the reason. I mean, don't get me wrong. Okay, I don't know much about British politics. I think probably all the politicians are awful. Right? I think they're all probably all absolutely terrible. I wouldn't trust any of them, and I wouldn't believe any of them. I think the Conservatives are marginally less terrible than Labour, but it's marginal, right? I mean, look, Labour knocked it out of the park by going full anti-Semitic, and they don't understand. They went anti-Semitic. They went full anti-Semitic. But other than that, which is a big deal for me. Other than that, they all seem pretty darn awful, right? I said a lot of times during the when they're trying to pick a new leader, it was like Westworld when they're trying to train the robots how to act like humans. It did look like a lot like that to me. Anyway, there is a new Prime Minister. What's the bloody name? Truss is her name? Is it? I can't remember. I guess I'll work it out by the time I make the thumbnail. Yeah, but she seems particularly robotic, right? Although I think I preferred her from the. I like her appearing robotic because she doesn't try to act like humans. Like, we will do this now. Now I will do this. So the other one, Sunik or something, I can't remember his bloody name. He pretended to be human, but badly, right? Like, hi, I am a normal human being. And I don't like that. I like somebody who's robotic, who just leans into being very robotic. Who the Prime Minister is doesn't really matter, mate. Doesn't really matter. The civilization is crumbling, right? 70% of pubs or restaurants will be closed by December because of energy prices. Look, I think it's all down to Biden, really. I mean, this war in Ukraine. The war in Ukraine is weird, okay? It seems to be a way to funnel money out of countries into. I don't understand, right? I don't understand. But because of that, civilization is crumbling. I mean, it really is. So maybe to oversee, to be the captain on the bridge as England goes under the waves is his new prime minister. Maybe somebody else. Who knows what their history? But the only thing we do know is toxic Doctor Who fandom is not happy. They wanted somebody totally different from a totally different party to be in charge as England goes underneath the waves. Okay, that's and I don't think they want the leaders of the Labour Party. It's just so weird. So anyway, I thought I talked about this on my live stream last night, and I thought I'll just clip that bit out and make a little video because it's funny. Really, that's really my evaluation for most things, right? Do I find it funny? Yes. Well, I kind of like it then, and it's not good, right? It's not good. I like, I like it when both my kids and my pets are naughty because I just giggle. I'm like, oh, they shouldn't do that. That's funny. That's not good parenting. But never mind. What can you do? What can you do? Anyway. Like, share, subscribe, comment, sign up my Substack, sign up my paid Substack. All those things are Fan Dabby Double Dozy. Also, Fan Dabby Double Dozy is this segment, which is I found it quite funny. So let me hand over to me from last night. So let's talk about the Liz Truss thing before we get to the chat, because it's nothing at all. But okay, it's just so silly. And of course, they're going to ignore it because they ignore everything that is inconvenient to their narrative. But isn't this funny? That aged badly. Oh, we're just sisters together. Yay! Look, it's 2019. December. I just finished my first season and I was fantastic. I was the bestest ever. I was the most Jody ever. And I had a black friend and a brown friend and an even old white wrinkly one. Oh, I was so good and all the children loved me. I know, they sent me the pictures. Oh, it was the bestest ever. You're a girl too. So we girls are just all friends. Yay, girl power. Yeah. Look, in this tribal world, I'm surprised they're not burning her in effigy already. Like, what? No! We must destroy her. But I've seen all this like really stupid stuff all over the internet. There's I mean, like, somebody was going to become leader, right? And you weren't going to be happy about whoever it was, right? Like, somebody was going to win, right? Somebody was going to become prime. And it's like, okay, the reason you're in this position is because of Jeremy Corbyn. If you're upset about this, right? The reason that you're all upset, the reason that Labour got decimated is because of Jeremy Corbyn. Do you remember us Jews screaming, don't do this, it will work out badly, right? This is what we meant, right? Oh my God. So, you know, the thing is, if Jeremy Corbyn wasn't genuinely racist, he would have been able to navigate around the whole issue, right? But the trouble is, when you're genuinely racist, you're so proud of your racism, right? It's such a core part of your being, right? You can never deny it, right? Real racists can never deny. That's why I doubt Donald Trump's a racist, frankly. I mean, maybe he is, I don't know. But like, that you got to find it. It's hidden. It's a code on the first Tuesday or the next. Like, what? No, if he's a racist, he's just going to say racist things. Yeah, that's just good. That's why, like Jeremy Corbyn, right? Okay. Again, if you don't understand, it's all about his criticism of Israel, right? Legitimate criticism of Israel is not anti-Semitic. Illegitimate criticism of Israel always is, right? If you say, man, why is it so freaking gorgeous here? Legitimate criticism. I can go with that, right? No, you know what I think is a legitimate criticism? Like, why do you put your army in harm's way to save an enemy civilian population, right? No country in the world goes to the lengths that Israel goes to avoid civilian. I mean, literally, I'm not even like none, right? It's crazy. Like, we phone them up and say, we're about to bomb there. Could you get the way, please? Right? Several times. And we use all the numbers. We phoned in Arabic and everything, like a cell phone. And then we explode a little bomb over the top of it saying, this is about to blow up, baby. Time to leave, right? And often they did it. And then if they still, before on the strafing run, right? If there's sign of civilian life, the cameras on it, man, you could, because they have to record all this shit, because otherwise, you guys say, the UN say, like, oh, you did this. No, actually, we got the film of what really happened. Cunts. There's any sign of civilian life, the raid's called off. I've seen the footage. It's publicly available, right? No one else does that, right? No one else targets the future combat zone and say, please evacuate. No, because then they know where you're going, right? Honestly, if Gaza was in any other country, you guys would have burned it to the ground. And don't pretend you wouldn't have done. It's so crazy. Anyway, I digress. So yeah. Listen. Jeremy Corbyn, mate. Yeah, when he met with Hamas all the time, Hamas was in its charter to kill all Jews, right? Kill all Jews. That seems unambiguous to me, right? To kill all Jews in its charter. People said, well, you've got to meet with unpleasant people to broker peace. Well, that's fair enough. How many times has he ever met with anybody from Israel? Like Israeli Labour, Israeli left wing, anybody at all? Has he ever had a falafel? Anybody from the Israeli side? Has he ever, I don't know, gone to Steinmetzky's, the bookstore in West Jerusalem? No, not even that. Not even that. That seems like you're not being equal. Anyway, so if he wasn't a genuine racist, right, he would have been able to say, yes, Hamas saying we want to kill all Jews, not Israelis, Jews, is a bad thing. If he wasn't genuinely racist, but he couldn't bring himself to say that, right? He couldn't bring himself to say the targeting of Jewish civilians is wrong. He just had if he wasn't genuinely racist, he would have absolutely been able to navigate out that situation, and Labour wouldn't be the absolute steaming pile of shit that it is, right? The absolute flaccid, useless, gutted entity that it is, which is a tragedy, quite frankly, right? So I'm sorry you don't like that they've chosen a new leader, but don't pretend you hate this one any more than any other, which is what we're about to look at. So these things, this series was posted on, which is I actually think is quite witty. So this is a takeoff of Jodie's reveal. And again, I think it's quite funny. Okay, I don't understand why number 10's in behind rubble and stuff, but okay. Introducing Liz Truss as the next Prime Minister. Rossley Davis, of course, says, and so it came to pass. Yeah, no, I know, but Russell, mate, years and years was wrong about everything. Do you remember? Years and years was you saying that Donald Trump was the worst that was going to end the world, right? And it turned out it was Joe Biden. So, and I know you don't like it, right? I'm sorry. Look, Joe Biden doesn't like you. I hate to say it. And I think when Rossley Davis realizes how the gay community has been used by corporate interests who want to promote the a trans issue, right? And the gay community has been absolutely co-opted and used for that purpose against their best interests, right? Absolutely, against the best interests of anybody who isn't a billion fucking heir, right? When he realizes that, because I think basically speaking, I think he's a decent human being and a populist. Like I think he likes Rossley Davis. I think Trump as well, which is why I think they hate him, right? Because they're all, again, moment of truth is coming. We might be weeks away, right? We might be weeks away. The moment of truth is coming, where they're all going to know how much shit there was and how full of shit everybody was. That moment of truth is totally coming, mate. One way or another. End of the world or not, right? It's they just said that Trump got a special master to look at the documents that was either in Mar-a-Lago, right? And it's all going to blow up in their faces, but it's not. But it doesn't matter. See that was the thing. That was the vibe of this year. That was the narrative hitting reality, and the bit I didn't know was, and it wouldn't matter. I think come 2.5 weeks, or maybe 3.5, or maybe 4 weeks, is going to start to matter, right? And we're going to start to see the results of it, right? This year, we didn't see the results. next year, which starts in a few weeks, we're going to start to see the results, right? I mean, with famine, with the FBI, like all this stuff, and like clearly, the point. It seems to me the point on the Mar-a-Lago raid and the that weird fascist speech that Biden gave the other day, right? That really totally weirdly fascist-looking speech where they made him look really totally fascist for some unknown reason. I guess racists can't hide it, right? Same thing. They just, if you really are a fascist, you can't hide it. He's like, I want the red background. Yeah, I want the really dark, disturbing, Nazi-ish looking background. Are you sure, Mr. President? Oh, yeah. Oh, no, it's probably staffers, right? Staffers keep putting out Photoshop things of Biden looking like Nazi propaganda, right? And it's so bizarre, but they do, right? They absolutely do. I think it looks cool, or maybe they think that here's what they're thinking as staffers. They believe the only reason anybody likes Trump is because they're racist. So if they have Biden appeal to racists, then they'll come over to him. That is Washington thinking, right? That is how stupid people in Washington are, right? That's exactly the absolutely idiotic point of view that they would have in hospital. 1 second. Fine. Sorry. So, yeah, look, mate, fascism is coming, but not from the right. Watch out. Here's the thing. I've also always expected there to be some kind of right-wing totalitarianism emerge at some point. It makes sense. I'm like, yeah, I didn't expect to be left-wing. And it's happening right now, okay? Don't delude yourself. But like, oh, God. These people are so stupid. Yes, Liz Truss is a woman and Emma Thompson's a woman. Yes. And they both wear red. Emma Thompson wore red because it's a power suit kind of move. And Liz Truss's people told her the same bloody thing, right? And quite frankly, I quite liked her character in Years and Years. You know, I don't know what to tell you, mate. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.